The first detail he kind of gave was taking a big strong step with the right leg. Boom. You're putting a lot of pressure to kind of kill that hook. Okay, and then usually this person's gonna step up here. I like to push the leg down because a lot of times we're trying to step over and go to headquarters. And I feel like when I push down, a lot of times your partner wants to push back in the opposite direction and then we can lift, right? The way Joshua's kind of going over it, we're just right off of a heel grab. Okay, so Troy's playing De La Riva. I'm gonna start to beat his De La Riva hook here. I can hip in, okay, to get his heel up. And as soon as I do that, I'm gonna butt back and drop my head. Okay, and as soon as I do that, I'm gonna duck my head to the outside here, getting to a gable grip. Okay, once I get to a gable grip here, okay, I'm gonna start to cup his thigh like this. I'm gonna turn the corner. My left elbow is gonna drop to the mat. And just come in for a pass here. Okay, so one more time. Okay, taking a big step in, boom. Okay, posturing up, back it out, come in here. Okay, using this gable grip nice and tight, keeping my head nice and snug. As I turn the corner, my left elbow again is dropping to the far side. Okay, any questions on this one? Okay, last one, a little bit more full speed. Stepping in, lift it up. Let's try 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, so guys, once you guys get to this position right here, if your partner starts to frame your face away, okay, this is gonna allow me to invert my knee back to the inside again, okay? So I'm gonna have Troy go on the bottom this time. So if you guys are on top, I'm lifting, I'm ducking, I'm getting here. Troy starts pushing my face. Yeah, so he's like pushing my neck away. Now I can't really get into the position that I wanted to get in from before, yeah? Okay, so from here, he's gonna start lifting. Okay, so I can't really fight into the frame, okay, but I can start standing up to my feet to lift. Okay, so the first one he did was just back roll. So I forced the guy to back roll. Okay, and then I'm turning the corner. Okay, getting a seatbelt and jamming my left knee in the pocket here. Okay, so my left knee is going under. Professor Vinny likes to show this style of back take. Here's a seatbelt. Okay, I'm pushing off my back leg. I'm extending my left leg underneath me to try and get my hook in. So pretty basic back take. Most of you guys have probably seen, but getting to that position off of the pass. Okay, so one more time. Okay, De La Riva, I'm lifting, I'm ducking. Troy's, yeah, he's fighting my face away. You guys see that? Okay, so standing up and lifting his hip up in the air. Whoa. Okay, he's gonna back roll, seatbelt, left knee comes in, extending. Okay, if you guys have a hard time getting the second hook in, just hip out. Okay, fight that hook. Okay, so always attack the neck and the hooks at the same time to make it harder for your partner to defend. Okay, last time. Okay, so stepping in, lifting, ducking. Okay, Troy's got a good frame on my neck. Hey, here, boom, left. Seatbelt. Okay, let's try 3, 1, 2, 3. Okay, then he was going kind of into what I started calling the barrel hug for the kids. Okay, so not necessarily a front headlock, right? We're more body lock. Yeah, I call it a barrel hug for the kids. Front headlock, I refer to it as you guys have a chin strap, shoulder pressure, and then elbow. I'm gonna go on this side, Troy, just because of my knee. Stay here. Just drop your knees. Yeah. Okay, so finishing off in the barrel hug.
No, it's like a wrestling gut wrench.
Okay, gut wrench they call it? Okay, gut wrench. Okay, so from this position, okay, stepping over, and I'm trying to get closer to his hips. Okay, so if I can come more from here up to his hips, sliding my right knee in now. Okay, hooking over his ankle. Okay, and the detail he was talking about here is just pulling your partner's ankle away from their hip. Okay, so I'm not pulling at his knee, I'm pulling at his ankle. Okay, as I do that, I'm leaning back. I'm trying to put a lot of pressure on Troy's right shoulder. Okay, and then arching here, just to get him to tip while I throw my hook in. Okay, so my right hook comes in. Okay, and then from this position, this is where I got reversed and hurt my knee back in January. So I actually asked him, how do you avoid getting reversed here? Okay, so I like his detail here. It was like, usually once I get my hook in, he goes triangle, and then he slides, and then he extends. Okay, so the detail that I was kind of missing was the extension, because watch what happens when Troy's hip goes up. Okay, it's hard for him to dominate the space in my knee now. If I just hang out here, I don't really have pressure on my partner. Troy can start shrimping out and taking my back. Okay, you know how to do that from here, Troy? Okay, yeah, keep going. Keep rotating, rotate. Hit freeze. Now he dominates my knee and now he takes my back. Okay, so to avoid that, again, once I get my knee on the inside, triangle, I slide, and then both feet extend. Okay, so I'm trying to get his hip up. Okay, and then once we're here, you guys can start reaching up, playing the twister. Okay, and then from here, he didn't really go over a twister finish, it was more of just a standard back take. Okay, so I start reaching underneath, sliding my hooks in, and then go for the choke. Okay, so one more time. So from the beginning, you're here, posturing, ducking, Troy's framing. Okay, I lift him. Okay, now we end up more here. Okay, I'm kind of naturally landing on this side. So I would go into the position here, but just because of my knee, I'm gonna go on this side. Okay, so I'm here, jamming my right knee now. Okay, left foot stepping over, hooking. If I don't hook, and I just try to pull him, stay base, Troy, like don't let me flip you. You guys see that? But when I pull his knee, okay, now I can get him to dump. Okay, triangle, extend. Okay, now I can start fishing for the wrist. Okay, can stomp, backhand comes through. He was keeping this wrist, so as he's transitioning to the back, hooks come in. You guys can ideally try to go straight from the wrist to the choke. Okay, any questions on this one, guys? Let's try in 3, 1, 2, 3. Another position that I really liked that I took out of it was kind of a stack. Okay, so let's say I'm putting pressure down on Troy's ankles. Again, naturally he wants to push back up, right? I can come underneath and I can start stacking him here. So I usually like to go with my right knee and then I'll switch my right hand to the far leg and then I'll turn this into a leg drag. Okay, so he didn't teach it exactly like this, but for me, I'm like, anytime I learn something, I'm trying to tie it into something I already know or part of my game that I already do. So this is kind of where I was drilling it from as he was helping me learn the move. Okay, so here, 1, 2. Okay, and then from here, we're gonna switch my right leg. I'm gonna switch my hands first. I'm gonna go here and here. Okay, so I'm trying to like lift Troy's hip up. And then I'm gonna switch my hook from his left side to his right side as I do a shoulder roll here. And we're trying to chase the back. Okay, one more time. I still need some practice on it, but right here, pressure down, pressure up. Again, I like to do this a lot. Just pressure and then leg drag. Okay, so that's where I've been drilling this position from. Right here, 1. Okay, and then when I switch, he goes 1, 2. So you guys can see how I can get Troy's hip up, yeah? Now my right leg switches to this leg as I dive over my right shoulder and I'm looking for body lock on him. Okay, so here, boom. Okay, getting a tight waist, trying to get behind him. Okay, one more time. So I noticed it kind of looked like when he would roll live, sometimes it would be more of a lateral roll. But when he taught it, it looked more like a shoulder roll, and that's how he explained it. He explained it as a shoulder roll. Okay, so here, 1, 2. Okay, so it's more of a here, shoulder roll. Trying to get the guy up, sitting up. Try one time, Troy. But it looked like when because he was doing it to everybody rolling live. Here. It looked like it was more of just a side spin. Like sometimes it was a spin, you know? That actually felt kind of cool. Yeah. but when he had us drilling it, he said it was more of a shoulder roll. Well, I don't know. You guys can play around with it. Okay, so we're here, 1, 2, getting the hip up. Okay, because I feel like if I can spin him, boom, then I get him to sit, right? One time. But again, he was doing it more here, and more of a shoulder. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not getting the right sit up on Troy that I want, but one more time. Here, boom. There you go. Play around with it, guys. Different concept of taking the back that I thought was pretty cool. On 3, 1, 2, 3. This is like the seminar after the seminar stuff that he did, but I was watching him roll, and then I asked him, hey, how did you get into that position? But he was 50-50, and then he rocked up to his left knee. And he said, most times when you get to this position, your partner is gonna throw in that back hook. Okay, so as I go to get up, yeah, Troy wants to throw this back hook in. Okay, so he had hands on the ground, he's reaching through for this far knee. He ended up just sitting. Okay, so now we end up in like a cross position where he can finish on a heel hook. Okay, so one more time. 50-50. All right, tuck my foot in, I rock up to my knee. As I come up, there's space, Troy's throwing that back hook in. Yeah, usually people are doing that, and then he wants to turn his knee in the other way. Turn your knee in. Yeah, and then he's gonna end up on my back. That's why people play that position. Okay, so here, right, rocking up to my left knee. As I go to get up, Troy's throwing his hook in and freeze. Yeah, so we're here. Okay, so reaching through for the far knee, pulling this knee just in front of my groin right here as he sits. Okay, locking his feet. And for a nice little heel hook here. Okay, that one's pretty simple. Let's try it out from the 50-50 on 3. 1, 2, 3. So starting from the standing, like standing versus seated, he's switching between like a thumb post to push and a collar tie to pull. Okay, so if your partner doesn't want to go supine and they're trying to fight seated, that's kind of your opportunity, okay? So he's thumb posting, putting pressure. Yeah, and if Troy just goes back, right, I'm just gonna start going into my passing. Okay, so try to start giving me some resistance. Okay, so if he's super low, snap. Okay, look for your back take, okay? Try to post your hand on the ground. Yeah, and you guys see how he's reaching right here too? Okay, so here, so he said he's waiting for the push back. Yeah, so like I'm pushing and he's pushing back and then he switches to a pull. Okay, so it's just thumb post to push and as he pushes back here. Okay, from this situation, you're just looking to jump into the diamond guard position, okay? So here, push, okay, try to push back, okay, pull, and then you guys are just jumping, okay, trying to clear your partner's shoulder. Nothing too crazy, but his timing is just super good. Okay, so push, yeah, you guys see how Troy's reaching, okay, pull, and you guys are just gonna try and jump guard. So my right leg is coming under the shoulder, left leg's coming over. You guys can start going for your finish. If you guys were here last night, Jacob, were you here last night? No? Sterling, you were here, yeah? You weren't here either? Dang, okay. So let me go over the fast Troy bar detail. Come up to your knees. Okay, so here, if your partner's arm is on the outside, okay, he's scooping, he's passing, he's inverting his knee, and he's throwing his leg over. Getting to Troy bar right here. Okay, if your partner rolls, go to roll. And you guys can still try and finish from the top. If Troy goes hitchhiker escape, okay, he lands right back in the Troy bar again. Notice how my left leg is in between his legs, not on the outside. Okay, so if you guys want to add that in, feel free, but mainly wanted to go over the timing just on the jump. Okay, so thumb post, yeah, Troy's pushing back, then you guys switch to a pull, okay, jump. His hand is hiding on the outside, we're scooping underneath the elbow, okay, pinning this elbow to my chest. Okay, as soon as my left leg passes over the head, I'm trying to invert my right knee. 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then finish. Okay, we'll finish with that tonight, guys. On 3. 1, 2, 3.